Welcome back to the Making the Madness YouTube channel. This is Jonathan here to break down the news of Chris Vogt heading to Wisconsin. Certainly, just looking at it, a very much needed pickup for Wisconsin. This is a team that is set to lose a lot. Brad Davison, of course, staying for another year. We'll get to see endless flopping, with him. I guess there's still a decision to be made about Dimitri Trice, but I would tend to think he's probably heading, just leaving school altogether. So those are the kind of two updates on their super seniors. You've got Johnny Davis is certainly someone I expect to take a big step forward, but overall, this Wisconsin team wasn't entirely deep heading into next season, and getting a guy like Chris Vogt, someone who has been a AAC starter, very good player over the past 2 years, is a good pickup because he's someone you can trust. He's someone that can come in. You know what he does. He's played meaningful games before. I don't anticipate him coming in and burning the world on fire by any means, but he's someone, he can come in, he can defend, he can rebound, he's tough, he can dunk. He does all the prototypical big man things, and that's what Wisconsin really needed, because going into next season, they didn't really have much in that department. So getting someone like him is going to be big. And he can come in, fill in, whether it's the Micah Potter or Nate Reavers role, whatever role you're thinking of, he can fill that right away, which is, I think, very important for Wisconsin hanging into next season. Looking at Wisconsin, I think at the point they'll probably start Lauren Bowman. He was someone that was supposed to kind of come in last year and be, sit behind Dimitri Trice for a year, learn, develop, learn how to play kind of the point guard position. Ultimately did not play due to personal reasons, but he should be back. He should be ready to fill in. You expect him to have an up and down season. I wouldn't expect any freshman this season or any season to come in right away and, with the exception of the top 25 recruits, and even some of them struggle, you're going to get some ups, you're going to get some downs, but I think eventually he's going to be a very productive piece for Wisconsin, whether it's next year, whether it's the following year, but certainly he's going to be big. Johnny Davis, Brad Davison, I think make up the 2 and the 3 for this team. Davison, we know what he is. He's ultimate grinder, ultimate draw charge guy. He had a big game against North Carolina in the NCAA tournament, so maybe we see his offense expanding. I think Jonathan Davis's offense will expand. He certainly looked good when he played last season. I thought was one of their 5 best players. I think was not getting enough minutes by the end of the season. He's going to be good. Tyler Wall fills in at the 4. Then, of course, you got Chris Vogt. So this is a Wisconsin team, outlook-wise, I don't project making the NCAA tournament, even with the addition of Chris Vogt, but I think they're closer right now. I think they have less holes on their team. The bench depth isn't, necessarily great, but, that's a solid starting 5. It's a, starting 5 that you can say, okay, well, they're going to compete. Whether they win, enough to make the NCAA tournament, I still don't think so, but I think they move the needle enough to where you at least need to consider them for potentially making the NCAA tournament. That will wrap up for this episode of Making the Madness. Make sure to continue to tune in. More commitments in the following days, so stay tuned.